Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and to a build for the first time in ages. As you probably know, I don't usually build, but I had a bit of a hankering for it, so I've built this small one-bed house. I'm just doing it in Newcrest, but I'm just playing around a lot with the Dream Home Decorator pack because I didn't actually have a lot of time to play with that before I got ill. I haven't even touched Cottage Living, Dream Home Decorator. Oh, I'm so behind. I haven't got the latest kits. I'm usually so up to date with keeping up with the packs and the DLC, but obviously if you're aware of my channel before, you'll know I've been really ill for the last 2-3 months. So I'm going to talk a bit about that today, but just to introduce you to the build. So it's just a one-bed house. It's a bungalow, and I've used quite a bit of Seasons, and I've used a lot of Dream Home Decorator and various other little packs. I don't tend to monitor pack usage in these builds. I'm not a big builder on my channel, but I will upload it to the gallery if you want to download it. There shouldn't be any custom content. I'll check that, and I'll also play test it before I pop it up on the gallery. So if there are any slight changes to the house from this video, it will just be to make sure it's functional. Yeah, so I got sick in the middle of June, and I think I was putting off seeing a doctor about it. I just kept sort of pushing through with work, and I was streaming and recording videos. So I was working a lot and doing a lot of I consider YouTube and Twitch my hobby, but I was putting a lot of energy and time into that as well as doing a full-time job. I actually work 2 jobs. I do sort of like a evening work as well. So yeah, I was putting a lot of energy and time into things and probably not looking after myself as much as I should have done. Like, I started to get symptoms, really bad fatigue, dizziness. I was getting out of breath a lot, and I'm not the most physically active fit person, but I know what I'm capable of. I work quite an active job in the day. I'm quite strong. My job involves lifting and carrying heavy things quite a lot, so I know what I'm capable of, and I was starting to get very breathless and fatigued from everyday activities that I know I could normally do, but I kept ignoring it, thinking, oh, I'll be okay tomorrow, until we had a heat wave and I completely just crashed. I got to the point where I was lying on the sofa, and just sitting up made me out of breath. Walking upstairs was really difficult, and I couldn't even walk from my kitchen to the bedroom or the living room without being really out of breath. So I started to get some blood work done, and first of all they thought, because I'd had a bad case of tonsillitis, they thought I had glandular fever. That came back negative. Then they thought it was celiac, and eventually that came back positive, but that wasn't the main diagnosis that I got. It ended up that I had some blood work done, and I got a phone call on a Saturday, which was quite strange, saying you need to go to hospital now. Your potassium levels are really high and your sodium levels are really low. You need to go to hospital to be on a drip. We got to the hospital, and they were saying, because I hadn't had 2 COVID jabs, I'd only had 1 at that point, just to do with my age range and eligibility, I'd only had 1, that I couldn't go into the ward to have the drip. I had to go through A&E and be COVID tested and various things. I was there for like 6 hours, and they pumped me full of fluids. I think I had about 10 500ml bags of fluid. I stayed in hospital for 5 days, and I went home. They said my kidney function had dropped to 27%, and I honestly don't know how I was functioning. I don't know how I was going to work and cooking and living and still streaming and still doing YouTube. I don't know. I was out of hospital a week, and then I had to go back in, and my kidney function had dropped to 33%, and I was basically back to square one. So I started having lots more diagnoses, whatever the word is. I was in hospital for another 5 days, and it came back that I have a rare disease. Don't ask me how this has happened. Disease is like, it's called a disease, but it's not contagious, and it's not like as scary as it sounds in that way. So I have Addison's disease, which basically means that the glands on the top of my kidneys, which are the adrenal glands, don't produce any hormones. It's an autoimmune issue. So my immune system has attacked my adrenal glands, destroyed them, and now they're not producing any cortisol, which is your fight or flight stress hormone, and another hormone that controls your water and salt fluid. And the reason I wasn't getting out of breath and so tired was because my blood pressure dropped so low that my heart was struggling to pump blood around my body. And I was told that you can go into what's called an adrenal crisis, where you're just so low on these hormones that your body can't function. And that's what happened to me. And very often, within 24 hours of going into these crises, if you don't get the medication you need, which is like an artificial hormone that you can inject into your body in times of crisis, otherwise you take tablets, that you can go into a coma within 24 hours and you could die within 24 hours. And I somehow had 3 adrenal crises without getting any medication. I don't know how I survived it. I think my body is simply amazing. I'm proud of myself, and it's not something to be proud about. It's a weird word to use, but I don't know. I'm glad my body saw me through and I came out the other end. I'm now on daily medication, so I have to take like a artificial version of this hormone your body would naturally make, and I have to take that every day. And I also have an emergency injection kit that I have to carry with me, so if I ever go into a crisis, then I can inject myself with 5 times the amount of the hormone, and it will just flood my body with the hormone to keep me alive. And to say it was terrifying is an understatement. I've been out of hospital now. I've been in hospital 3 times. I think it's a total of 14 days over maybe a month period. I have been through every emotion in the book, and I'm okay with it now. I'm dealing with it okay. I'm back to work this week on reduced hours, and I'm coping, and I'm learning a new way of living, and I'm putting my health first. I mean, there's these people always say your health is the number one thing, and it's so true. I took it for granted. I just kept pushing on through thinking I'll be fine. I just remember all the time just going, I just need to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. I'll be okay tomorrow. And you know what? There were so many points where I might not have woken up, and that was terrifying, but I've woken up now, and I will never ever put myself in that position again. So that's my story. Sorry, that's a bit a weird voiceover for a video, but I just wanted to put it out there because I've been keeping my Discord group and my community tab up to date, but nobody really knows what actually happened. So that's what happened, and I'm just so happy to be here. And the whole time I was in hospital, after I was in hospital, I stayed with my parents for a while just to recover, and I just missed my channel so much. I missed making my Let's Plays, and I missed my channel, and I just thought, screw numbers, who cares how many people watch your videos, who cares how many likes you get? I enjoy it, and I love making these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. I hope I give some people some entertainment from my videos. Maybe not this one, because this one's pretty depressing, but I will put a few pictures in here, so feel free to skip forward if you don't want to see anything hospital. They're not graphic at all. It's just me looking very sad. So just quickly say some of the other symptoms that I experienced were my hair went really extremely dry and very, very knotty. Like to the point where my mum was having to spray this like spray that you put on babies' hair where they rub their hair on the cot or something, and it was getting so matted. I was crying at one point while she was combing my hair, just saying, please just cut it off. But she didn't, she refused to, and we got there in the end. My hair is back to pretty normal. My skin started to go dark, so I have dark patches on my cheek, my top of my eyebrows, going up the bridge of my nose and my chin. My tongue has dark spots on it, and my gums have got dark spots. It's like hyperpigmentation, and it's also on my knuckles. So if you ever see my hands in YouTube videos, you might notice my knuckles are dark and my elbows are dark as well, and that's part of this disease. But they're saying that will eventually go with medication. And yeah, I'm debating about work. I'm working part-time at the moment, but I'm debating about whether to go back to full-time work or carry on part-time. If I carry on part-time, financially it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but as I said, I have to put my health first. So I'm really hoping I can get my YouTube videos to... I'm monetized on YouTube, which is a great thing. I got monetized before they changed the criteria, so that's good, because I don't know if I could have met the new criteria. Obviously, you can always become a YouTube channel member and you get access to some emotes or Twitch, things like that. I think I want to start live streaming on YouTube a bit more. So I've already got one channel member, which is my lovely Steph, who does my moderating for me on Twitch. So I'm hoping to do some YouTube live streams, and I'll put everybody's usernames on there to say thank you for the support and everything. But you know what? I'm trying not to think about numbers, and I'm trying to just enjoy what I'm doing. And I love my community. I love my channel. I love my Let's Plays, even though I've got 6,000 of them right now. That's what I'm excited for. So yeah, here's to being happy and healthy, and I hope you guys, wherever you are also happy and healthy, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.